So, from an observer perspective, here's why a lot of businesses always fail, right? Especially nowadays in the digital era, where we might think that they're thriving and all this other shit, but the holes that are in their freaking business strategy or goals is ridiculous. Because look at the digital gig, rideshare, food delivery apps, right? Like, for one, well, the main thing is, as business people, if we don't understand to respect that we have to adjust our algorithms as we go along, and we get caught up into this culture or tradition or policies that we set for our companies, and we thinking that shit is golden all the time, all the way through, it's solid. You might be in a book era right now and it's digital as a motherfucker. You don't want your fucking business to thrive, and you're not in the business to be satisfying or satisfactory to all parties, right? Because let me give you an example. Weeks ago, doing Postmates, I'm not even gonna try to address their claims of making a certain amount within an hour, but just doing it even when you get a delivery up on the order, right? If you don't see that it's not in your best interest to have somebody who's logged in as a walker to go 44 minutes to an hour to someplace with groceries or something like that, where, put it this way, I think it was on a Sunday, I had to pick up something from 7-Eleven. Now I'm thinking, okay, one time they caught me up on that. Probably a year or two ago, I didn't really use the app that much, and it didn't matter to me, right? But I was just doing it sake. I always like to hustle and try new things out. But it was weeks ago, I had to try to cancel this delivery because I live in Manhattan. I live in Washington Heights specifically, right? And I don't know if it's because it's closer to the Bronx than anything, that they feel like you could just, I don't know if they don't know that Manhattan is an island, and to get off of it and get on it is you have to either go through a tunnel or cross a bridge. Why would you send out an order to a person that is locked into your shit as a walker? 44 minutes to walk somewhere, right? Now you might thinking you're getting over, right? You might thinking this is new form of slavery or shit, right? But you're not even thinking about your customers. You're not thinking about the person that has to do the actual work, right? Because if somebody walked 44 minutes, that's what it said, and I'm thinking that would take an hour to go get something, why the fuck would they want to continue their day with you? Why? And if, because the reason why I brought this shit up now is another order just came in. I just picked this shit up. So I'm thinking it's light work, whatever the case. I'm not pussy to work, right? But this gotta make sense to y'all. as a company. If I'm the customer and I'm ordering something from a good distance away, at least a half hour away, in walking status, why would I want to sit there and look at somebody walking towards my place? It's taking a half hour, and from where I was at before that, it was at least probably 10 minutes it took me to get to the place to go pick up the order. So you're talking 40 minutes in total, right? But I'm gonna sit in my house as a customer or in my office as a customer looking at the shit like, yo, what's up? This person is walking, but what? It's up to that company to make sure that it's not like that. Because you might think you're getting over and somebody's doing all this work for a low amount of money, but you're fucking yourself over at the end of the day, because I wouldn't want to work for you tomorrow. In fact, I'm going to shut this app off for a dumb long time. I don't even want to see this shit right now, right? But I'm not going to come down on them just then, right? Because all these companies, they don't fix their algorithm accordingly. For instance, Uber Eats, for the life of me, don't recognize that it's a walk-in. When you log on as a walk, they keep sending you, like, the building could be right here at the corner, and they'll want to send you around the block to come right back at the spot. How does that make sense? So even when you put in the request, I see them do it recently where they upgraded to having Google directly in that, right? But in neither one of these apps, I haven't tried Caviar yet, even though I have it and I've been approved. Well, Caviar don't work everywhere in Manhattan, right? But if the app is not recognized, even Google itself is not even perfect. But the orders should synchronize, because here's why I say that Uber Eats itself every fucking day at a certain time of day, I would just have the app idling while I'm doing some work, right? And I would see the same place, which is Little Caesars, pop up on the damn screen, right? So in fact, let me go back, because you can't really see the order for them before you accept it. It just shows you how long you have to accept it or how far it is to walk to go get it, right? But every fucking day, the same kind of order pops up from the same fucking place. Now, why would you send the same order when I keep canceling the order? Because it has orders in there that's bigger than what I could carry. And you shouldn't want a walker to go get a goddamn big box of fucking pizza when you go to the place and they tell you, yo, you should have a bag to cover this shit. And you see them looking at you funny. So it's like, if I keep canceling this shit every day, you're gonna what? Rate me, my cancellation rate in a certain fucking way? It's not trustworthy of a company to try to trick their fucking partners or contractors into doing something that don't benefit nobody, because it's not even benefiting you to have a delayed service, right? Because I have to accept it and look at the thing to see that it's Little Caesar, to see that it's a big box or pizza. I don't carry that shit, right? So why would you not adjust your algorithms instead of putting it on the person? Because that's what every company I see, even the biggest companies, a normal brick and mortar company will do that thing to the people them that's actually working for them, right? The people them that's on in the ground for you, that allegedly is the face of your company. And this is why I fuck with certain people when they speak, like Gary Vee. Because he watch, he looks, he see that things need to change when at least he say that, right? But most of y'all just keep a blind eye to shit and don't really adjust accordingly because you feel like human beings should make each other suffer. You're making me suffer and you're making the customer suffer for me walking in the friggin' half hour to give them their food. Things could have dropped out of my hands or drop out of the bag. You talk about 50 pounds and more. This is why when you hear people say empathy should be in business now, I want to see how the future is going to be with y'all fools, because y'all just thinking, oh, let's get over on everybody. Which, when you leave your job or you leave your type of business, you're going to a business to purchase something or purchase a service. Now you're going to get upset because certain things ain't set up while back at your establishment. That shit ain't set up right. So I don't know what y'all looking at when y'all look at things. But from my opinion and my viewpoint, most of y'all should be out of business by now. And if not, if you're listening and you're a coder and you got good investors, go for it, because you could just study these apps and take that motherfucker over and run the industry like it's supposed to be, because none of them pay attention to what they are supposed to do on their end. All they do is criticize and try to knock you for trying to cancel something that shouldn't be there in the first place. So get your minds right when it comes to people and people behavior and what is sorry. Hey, bro, oh yeah. It's as if we all strive to be Hitler in business. Hitler in business. Or a slave master in business. That's not a longevity thing, as you can see. I don't even know what's wrong with y'all, man. Y'all, the way y'all project business as it is to kill the person that work for you or fuck the customer over as much as you can. But when you do that, it's either you're admitting that you're an alien or a robot, but you're not of us, man. I don't see that at all. Y'all don't even adjust when you have the information right there in front of you. This is not a newspaper era. This is a digital era where you're claiming a person ratio of cancellation could be recorded. If you could record that, then you could record your own fuck-ups. Peace.